irritated. Driving up here.
Oh boy.
So we all know Valentine's Day is coming up. We all know it's a Hallmark holiday.
Yep.
I like whoever came up with that term Hallmark holiday is smart because
Hallmark did.
No. You think they did? Because to me it pulls the fucking curtain off the fucking fact that we should celebrate it. It's just a money grab is what it tells me.
Yeah, it's exactly what it. Oh yeah, I guess. Oh, I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? So it's just a bullshit holiday.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely, it is.
But
I have this argument often.
Driving up here and you got these people, and I don't know where they get this fucking shit from. The fucking balloon with the flowers in it, and the rose and the glass globe and all this fucking shit.
Yep.
You would obviously never give a dude. So they try and make this holiday just, about the woman because you got the car commercials, get her a gift from Kay or let her know you care by buying her this.
Begins
Yeah,
with
all
Kay.
that bullshit.
He went to Jared's.
They
Yeah,
put
all
all
that
this
shit.
bullshit on the fucking guy
Yeah.
to do all this shit for fucking Valentine's Day. Shouldn't you be doing it all the time? Number one. Number two, what is the 15th the steak and a blowjob holiday? Is that it?
Yeah, I think it
Okay,
is.
so
Yeah.
if I stood on the corner on the 15th or even late 14th and I got knee pads and a fucking Salisbury steak and I'm standing there selling, I'd get in trouble.
Yeah, you would.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, look at him. He's so sexist. Look at this motherfucker out there. He's selling knee pads. I would never put my mouth on that. Just the way women
Right.
get all incredulous about that shit. But it's okay to stand out there and guilt guys into buying this bullshit.
Yeah. Like you should buy me chocolates and flowers and teddy bears and balloons and I think and this is not new to this show, but I believe that Valentine's is the worst made-up holiday that we have because it's very one-sided, first of all, and it
Completely
makes really no sense. Like it makes no sense to me.
And I'm all for, like women being able to drive and
Love,
shit.
love.
And being able to ride an elevator by themselves. I'm all for all those.
Have a job, boat.
Hold an umbrella. You know what I mean? I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. But if you're going to be equal, there should be commercials on there for the guys as
I
well.
agree.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Why not?
What does the guy want? And I'm not trying to be sexual, but what does he want? He wants fucking food, right?
Yeah.
So take him out. Take him to fucking, Texas Roadhouse. Let
something.
him watch the fucking game. Why don't you record the Super Bowl for him and let him rewatch it on Valentine's Day? Matter of fact, these assholes here, you said they're moving Halloween,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, Utah's got a problem, but yeah.
What they should move is the fucking Super Bowl. Is what they should. That should be on a fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
That should be on a fucking Saturday. Or if you're gonna keep it on Sunday, give us Monday off.
I agree. Yeah, because more people tune in and view, and I guess Halloween is for people that don't like sports. But either way, it's one of the most viewed on TV, so why not?
In America, the Super Bowl is bigger than Easter. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about that.
It's probably
Definitely
true,
bigger
actually.
than in America.
Yeah.
Now back to the equal shit girls. It's been well fucking documented on this show. I used to get my ass kicked by my older cousin.
Yeah.
Okay? A girl. Right?
Yeah.
Now, when she's kicking the shit out of me, did anybody pull her off me? No.
No.
But God forbid I punch her in the face by mistake
Oh yeah,
or accidentally hit her in the stomach.
and an inadvertent elbow to the chin. Yeah.
Or to the stomach.
Yeah.
And you'd think she was fucking with child at 11 years old because I get in trouble for hitting her in the stomach. But the time she kicked me in the nuts or fucking tried to scratch my eyes out, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have if you have an older sister, I have an older sister. I know you don't, but if you have an older sister or older cousin that is a female, and they've ever kicked your ass, it's not pretty either. I remember getting my ass kicked by my older sister when I was a kid, and it's all of us. So every human is born with two arms. I'm quite certain when I got my ass kicked, she grew an extra 3 or 4, and I'm getting wailed on. But if I ever stood up and gave her one right back. Oh, yeah.
You get in trouble, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
We put that shit in their head from a fucking young age. And they grow up with this entitlement where, women rule the world and what's that? Cheetah girls and fucking Spice Girls. What am I looking for, right? You know what I'm talking about. All that Danity Kane bullshit, right? Fucking Destiny's Child and girl power.
Yeah.
Right? But they still want all this shit. And they still want you to fucking, if somebody comes in the house in the middle of the night, they hand you a fucking baseball bat and a cell phone or go check it out. Or if something dies, you got to go fucking clean it up. I'm just tired of this bullshit, man.
To be honest with you, I would. I appreciate having a woman in my life that expects that of me, kind of hold me accountable that way.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like if if there's a bump in the night, she's like, "Hey, man," because I mean, look at me. Like, I'm not the manliest man.
Okay.
But when she looks at me, is like, "Hey, man, can you go check the bump in the night?"
Okay.
Betcha I can. Now, when it comes to Valentine's,
Uh-huh.
it's been very well. It's made known very much so that it's my least favorite thing of the year.
Okay.
Because I feel like everything I do all year long, and I have. She may listen later to this. Hopefully, she skips this part. But I have a pass that you could buy on the flower delivery thing. If you pay an annual fee, they give you some discounts and free deliveries, things like that. So I do it throughout the year. But all of a sudden now, if I don't do something on that day, I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
No. What about the rest of the other 364 days?
All right, back to the bump in the night. I'm not saying your girl does this, but probably people that look like your girl that are with guys that maybe look like you. And this is a bump in the night. I'm sure she's reevaluating the person she decided to hitch her wagon to. Maybe that big beast she saw in the gym, maybe he would have been more qualified to handle the situation, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, but she's got 2 arms and 2 legs, too. She can go fucking look, man.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Just even this shit out. It just bugged me driving over here seeing all that shit.
Yeah, well, every year it seems to happen at the same time.
I had this rant last year?
Yeah.
All right, I'm fine.
No, we do. It's fine. And you know, I think it's worthy of a rant every year, to be honest with you.
It's just fucking bullshit.
Because it hasn't changed. In fact, it gets worse year to year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, there's enough going on in this world, like, we don't even know what's what half the time. Like, what's male, what's female, what's all of that stuff. Everything else is going on. But yet, somehow, Valentine's Day keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Everybody all of a sudden gets all poly and distressed.
Yeah.
The girls all of a sudden, right? Oh, poor little me. I need a man. Right around Valentine's Day. And
Right.
The 15th, they're like, fuck you, motherfucker. You know? Yesterday, you were damsel in distress, and today, you're fucking Queen Latifah, man.
Yeah.
From Set It Off. I tried to watch the fucking Grammys, man. And just the way you got to see a man in a plastic bag, and the plastic bag had hips.
Sam Smith, yeah.
What?
That's who it was.
Shut it off right after that. I shut it off.
You know what?
Because of that, and because the names they were giving, I didn't know any of them really.
No.
I used to know all the names. I don't know any of them.
So my thing, like Sam Smith, I really think Sam Smith's an incredible talent, to be honest with you. He's got a great voice.
Okay.
Some of my favorite music, remember, because we've had this discussion, you know, all this auto-tune and everything else coming in. Sam Smith genuinely has a beautiful voice.
Okay.
He's very good, in my opinion. And he's very openly gay, and everybody's always known this.
Okay.
Like, it's not like, I don't care what you're doing with your life. I care about the music you're singing to me because I love it.
Sure.
And I apply it to my life. It's beautiful. But then you go and show up, like, do you remember, was it? Oh, shit. Is it Missy Elliott that wore, like, the big bubble plaque?
In her first video, yeah.
Yeah.
Super duper fly.
There you go.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he wants to be Missy Elliott. Look, it's already been done, buddy.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude? What are you wearing that for?
Are you really going to sit in a seat with that on? Is it just,
How? No,
yeah,
you've got to deflate those. Because they're not even hips. They were like thighs.
Right.
And then there was shoulders. Like, I have a leather jacket from the 90s that has shoulder pads. I'm trying to figure out a way to take them out to make the jacket cool again.
Hang on to it. It'll come back, man.
Yeah.
The Grammys always remind me of Whitney Houston, though, because that's right around the time she died. She either died the day of the Grammys or the night before.
I think it was the night before.
Night before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it always reminds me of Whitney. I guess we should get to the emails.
I guess we're doing a thing, aren't we?
Not a fan of LeBron. Never cared for him and his flopping and crying, especially a few weeks ago against the Celtics. But congrats on your new all-time scoring record. In this era of load management, he'll probably play another 5 years, whatever. MJ is and always will be the GOAT, followed by Kobe. LaFraud is somewhere closer to Danny Ainge. Damn. Y'all talk robots. I was more than a little annoyed that you didn't talk about sex robots. Nice. Come on, not even to mention. They're the wave of the future. Got creepy little dudes all over the world that's still living in mom's basement, buying and fucking these things, and not even a peep from you two. Sad. I'd try it once, maybe twice. Okay, 3 to 5 times, no more. Sex robots, Jameson, wouldn't, I would, horny Mac. You know,
wow.
I was going to talk about that but we basically already have them. You
Yeah.
know, the little pocket things
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I think he's talking because we were talking full-fledged robots that can shoot basketballs, that can jump, can do all these things. So now you get a sex robot that can do all of that, and it's an actual like full-grown person.
Keep describing it. Let me hear.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
Because
stop there.
you glazed over for a minute.
Because let's be
What a
honest,
fat ass.
If I honestly, if I ended up and I'm on this world alone and all I have is me, some money, and time, I'm gonna buy one. Yeah, I would. Like if I couldn't get anything,
a sex robot.
yeah, if I couldn't get anybody else, and I was at that point, that juncture in my life, I'd buy one. Why not?
Well, the robots.
And I think there's a lot of people that are like that in this world. So I mean, he's got a point. We didn't talk about it, but I think we were trying to like discuss real life shit at the moment.
Well, that is real life shit. People.
But we would get off on this current tangent if we did talk about that.
The thing about a sex robot is right off top, you're gonna be fucking robot. The robot's already stronger than you because it's a fucking robot. It's got hydraulic fuel and pistons and shit. So that's a little scary.
Yep.
Then on top of that, if something malfunctions, you're gonna know immediately.
Oh yeah.
You stick your dick in a fucking blender is what it's gonna end up being. Right? There's the danger of that.
There's a show. It was called what? I can't remember what it was called, but it was it would have seasons, but each episode was a new one about like futuristic shit like that. And one of them was you could like so their loved one passed away and you could get a robot made in their image basically, and it would do exactly that. But then of course the robots go rogue because they're robots,
right?
And now all of a sudden you got problems.
Yeah. So some 19-year-old dude married like a 71-year-old woman. Who's obviously loaded. I need not say that. Right? So right now, a robot or an 82-year-old lady with millions of dollars?
82-year-old lady with millions of dollars. She's got millions of dollars. A robot I have to pay for. Yeah. That's the difference.
You do it?
Like, yeah, I mean, what do you got? Let's say worst case scenario, she makes it to 100. It's what, 18 years of your life?
Do you think she still wants to have sex? And if she does,
probably not.
First stroke, you're gonna break her fucking hips.
Yeah,
so
probably
now you gotta deal
not.
with that
So
issue.
probably not. So probably you're a companion, and to be a lifelong why the hell not? Yeah, so 82-year-old ladies with $71 million is like, look, at the end of this road, I have some grandkids that I like. I have one child of my 5 that I do like too.
Okay.
So at the end of this road, $25 million. Like, okay. That'll work.
Yeah, Anna Nicole did it with that billionaire.
Yeah.
I think she got screwed out of the money though. She would have to. You got to do something. Sex always comes in. But if you got married,
I think that's different. So as if it's a man and he gets older, like I think it operates differently. So if he's 80 years old and he gets this young Anna Nicole or an equivalent coming in 20. What was she? 25.
Yeah.
Comes in. That's different than a 25-year-old man to an 80-year-old woman. I think the plumbing works a little bit differently.
Yeah.
The drive's a little different.
You're not telling me you think that Anna Nicole didn't play with his 90-year-old dick. You don't think she
No,
went
that's
down,
what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely she did.
She played with it.
Yeah.
So you don't think he's playing with her 90-year-old pussy? You don't think he's touching it? Little fondo, little FaceTime?
Listen, I'm telling you, if I end up in this situation, yes, I'm going to take whatever I need to for the team of 25. $25 million?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah,
But,
I would do a lot more for a lot less. Let's just say that.
oh, damn.
Yeah. So
That's it's got to look like a bowl of cabbage. Just a twisted bowl of cabbage, her pussy. I mean, it cannot be in good shape.
Well,
at
it's
all.
80.
Yeah.
It's 80. Like, all you have to do is look at her elbows, and you probably know what you're getting yourself into.
I
don't know.
I don't know how you keep it going. I don't know how you keep it going.
Thanks, Mac, for throwing. This is why we didn't talk sex robots.
Robots will never take over customer service. People already get pissed when trapped in an automated system calling someone and they want a human to sympathize with them. Have you called customer service lately? They don't sympathize. Nobody. They don't sympathize. And you're on automation already. They're already fucking robots.
Yep.
And then when you do get a person, first thing they do is what? They lie to you.
Yep.
Hello, my name is James. Now we got to start here. I'm about to give you my fucking social security number, and you're going to lie to me right off top?
Yeah.
Dinesh,
Yeah.
you're gonna lie to me. Come on. The fuck, man. Just be real.
Yeah, that's
I don't
it.
give a fuck what your name is. Just be real.
That's all. Yeah.
Water tech, sewer construction, electricians, plumbers, etc. The cost to create a waterproof, shockproof, ultimate robot over a human being would be outweighed, and no robot is going to accept plumber crack humiliation. Okay. Police, America's real heroes who put themselves in constant danger. We need police like we need customer service. Firefighters, America's heroes. Yes, they are heroes, but do you know it's not a fucking robot? See, I think firefighters is the one on that list after customer service. Where I mean, you could sit there. These kids that do the race cars and all that shit. You know what is that? The RC cars.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They could run that fucking robot in there and just put the fire out, man. I think that's the one that's in peril. Real estate agent. Nobody needs a fucking real estate agent. Again, we need that human emotion to connect. There's nothing else like it. But you can virtually tour a house on your phone, and you can buy it just through your broker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think
So
you need that.
to the what was the first one? I don't know who this email is, but the
First one is customer service.
Yeah. So, grocery shopping. Like we don't even use people there anymore. Yeah. I give myself sometimes when I go shopping, I give myself a raise. When I go,
Check it out.
yeah, I'm just like, every third item is free. Oh, a TV and a radio? Well, I mean, it happens. I don't pick what comes third through the line, okay?
I've given up. I fought as long as I could.
But now you're self-checking out. You know what has self-checkout? Is these assholes are going to check that I have a card to walk into their business.
Right.
Sam's, Costco, I'm looking at YouTube. More so Costco. But you're going to check that I have a card, but you're not going to check me out? You're going to let me self-check out? Mm-hmm. So you have the audacity to see if I even have a card to your stupid business, and then you're going to make me check myself out? No, go to hell. I still do it, keep my card in my pocket, and I walk through. I will let whoever's at the entry to greet me chase me. Can I see your card? Can I see your card? Can I see your card?
Do you keep walking?
They'll give up. By the time you hit like the laptops, they give up. Because I have a cart and I'm in here. Obviously, I have a card.
See,
if I don't, I still can't buy shit. Leave me alone.
That's the shit a white guy can do. I walk with my fucking cart held high. I want no problems in this fucking store, okay?
You're going to push your cart through with that. Then they're like, check aisle 3. He's stealing everything.
Right. Well, you remember when I went there with the suit on and the fucking... I walk in. I make sure they see my card.
and you
I
had
acknowledge them.
The guy that wanted you to dunk the basketball.
Yeah. What the fuck do I still go to that store for? I remember back in the day, Costco, you couldn't even use somebody else's card.
No.
Because they checked the picture,
it.
and then if it wasn't them, you'd have to put all your shit back. Well, not put it back. Just leave it there. They wouldn't let you use it. Or they'd be like, all right, you can use it this time, but we're confiscating the card.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Fucking 1939 Germany? What's the big deal?
Listen,
I'm spending money.
Yeah, it's exactly. Do you want me to buy shit or not? Because if you don't, I can walk out right now.
Remember Vicky, the small robot on
Yes,
Small Wonder.
It's a small...
I don't think so.
Who people thought that Paul, Paul wasn't the brother. Paul was the friend of the brother who everyone thought was Marilyn Manson, which turns out is not Marilyn Manson. It's not one and the same. I remember Small Wonder. I love that show, by the way.
That's 90s?
Yeah, that's early 90s, yeah.
I was outside hanging out.
I was inside.
As for my issues in a podcast for that, let's hire a robot and call it SoWhutBot Crazy. Think you can get me a jingle. So she's saying robots can't replace us. That's a compliment, and that's from Misty.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I didn't read all the things in between. Number one, I can't see them. Number two, also known as Flisto Flob. Gonna shine like a sunbeam.
I have looked at some of her emails before, and they're pretty involved.
Changes. Keith and Wood. In the absence of sports, I was able to get shit done in the house. I'm not sure what we all do after this next weekend. Festivities have concluded. As much as we joke around with each other, Missy should continue to realize that she's valued here and is amongst friends. I appreciate that she wears her heart on her sleeve and lets others realize their struggles and thoughts are not unique to just them. Thank you, Missy. Keep being you. Brady is not the GOAT. He's the GROAT. Greatest robot of all time. Now into the non-Brady Super Bowl. Great episode. Love, Jamathan. First of all, there's a movie called 80 for Brady. Okay. Oh, no. So, all right. So, hang on.
Okay, I'm hanging.
Right. How old is Sally Field and Jane Fonda?
I don't know.
They got to be up there. So back to that, the fucking millionaire. Okay, you could do that. And I'm sure they've had some work done. All right, so Sally Fields is 76, and Jane Fonda 85.
85?
She's that old. Shirley MacLaine 88. How come they got Julia Roberts on there?
I don't know, because
that's without question.
I love Julia Roberts. To be honest with you, she's one of those we've talked about before that has like
horse face,
100 teeth.
Yeah.
You know, when she smiles, she has more teeth than she should. I love Julia Roberts. I think she's beautiful.
You know who I always kind of had a thing for is Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I like little Sandy Bullock.
For me, I don't know if she's along that, but Gwyneth Paltrow. I love Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. Just one of those things when I was like in my 20s, I'm like, you know what? I could, and she didn't answer her door? Security? Whatever. Stupid.
All right, that's the end of the emails.
That is the end of the emails. I don't even know where we're at on this Super Bowl Sunday. Before I forget, I almost got ahead of myself. Tracy, thank you for the 310 stars. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Thank you so much for that. It didn't. My notifications didn't work. I don't know why. Because changes. They're coming. Anyway, Snaggles today for me. So I started it out with a gifted bottle, not a whole bottle, a shot of Maker's Mark that Matt gifted us. I had that, and now I am drinking, to chase it, I am drinking Longboard Island Lager. Is this Kona? This is back to the Kona Brewing. They make delicious drinks.
That's your shit, huh?
Yeah, so I had the Big Wave is the one with the blue can. This is this red can. It's Longboard Island Lager. It's fantastic. Whatever the hell they make a not a mimosa. Anyway, one other one that's they make good shit. So guys, check out Kona Brewing. Whatever. I'll shut up.
You know, I like that you led with the Maker's Mark because it shows the progression of you growing up on this podcast.
That is true.
You haven't had a White Claw in like 2.5 years, man.
I know.
At least not on air.
No, and it hasn't been that long that I've actually had one because I actually had one I think on New Year's because the place I was at was like, we have these, and I love them. I still really enjoy them, but also,
do you know why they had them? Because nobody else was drinking them. They probably gave you
true.
For free.
Yeah, they did. I didn't have to bring anything, and I just got to eat. But I got to drink it, not eat it. But now though they're making beers in that with the same amount of calories as a White Claw because that was the big thing, the calories. White Claws were fewer calories, and so they were selling them, making it big. But now beers are making them the same amount of calories, and they taste better.
Oh,
so anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm sure this beer has as much calories as a fucking chocolate cake. This is Wasatch Brewery. Devastated. I've drank this before and had a double bock, and this is my last day.
Yes,
my last day, man. So I'm going hard.
Bang.
I got that, and I also got Crown Royal Apple that I'm gonna drink out the bottle like an alcoholic. All right.
Okay. That was. That brings us to our advertisements. We'll hit those real quick because we are 24 minutes in, and we haven't even talked about the Super Bowl, which I know a lot of people are curious about our Super Bowl stuff. So I'm going to hit these real fast. First of all, we got Tiger Claw Tattoo. They are in Mill Creek off of 33rd South, 801-410-4245. Make sure you get yourself an appointment. Call them up or walk in. Let them know, hey, SoWhutChuSayin sent you. Get yourself some beautiful ink. Put it on your body because it is beautiful. That's where all mine comes from. And I know we have a bunch of listeners that have also gone over there. Next up, we have MVP Jersey Framing. That's 801-910-7556. If you have something you want to put in, so for all of you Chief fans who win in this today and you have a jersey that you want to put framed up because that's what you do, call MVP Jersey Framing. He will frame up all of your winning Chiefs or even losing Eagles jerseys up in a frame or a doghouse if you're serious enough.
He makes the best.
Kick Rocks Clothing, Instagram.com/Kick Rocks Clothing. All of the freshest, newest, the best urban streetwear. And I think a lot of it, California or like kind of East Coast area and West Coast, they're always popping with the best stuff. Definitely Kick Rocks. He's got the newest, freshest clothing. So check him out over there on Instagram. That's the end of our advertisements, and let's get into it.
Today's Super Bowl Sunday, and this is our 5th Super Bowl Sunday we've worked. Worked. You hear what I just did? Work. Yeah. I wish I could drink like this at work. I want to talk about this first. Did you see the high school basketball game?
4-2.
Boys basketball.
I would, if I was a parent of the winning team, I would demand the coach fired.
What did they do? How do you do that with a shot clock? How's that happen?
There's no shot clock in high school.
They don't have a shot clock in high school?
No, you just pass it back and forth, back and forth. But okay, if
Look.
I'm the defense, if I'm the coach and I'm playing defense and they're back and forth, foul them and foul them hard.
Oh, yeah.
Create a technical foul. You're gonna force them to play basketball.
Give a 1980s foul.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what? If you have to tackle them, I'll have your back on this, kid.
Absolutely.
So what you do is you pick your third string, say get in there, and go hard at the guy with the ball.
You got 5 fouls.
Yep.
Go get them. You know what the point was over that? Where they
to win.
But come on.
That was it. No, that's it. Because that team, from what I understand, is like 19-2.
The team that lost?
No, the team that won
Is 19-2 and
or something like that.
And this is how they win?
Yes.
No.
You're not teaching anybody anything. No, none of those. We don't even know if those kids can play. We know one kid can make 2 free throws.
Is that what it was? Free throws?
2 free throws and a layup was the 4 points. The other one was like a mid-range jump shot.
That's ridiculous.
What a joke!
That is not sportsmanship.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Gamesmanship is nothing.
It was so. It makes me wonder if he was trying to. He's like a junior college. He play coach. Junior college football coach that he'll do like every kick is an onside kick and he never punts. Always goes for it on 4th down, no matter where he's at, because he plays his odds.
Nice.
And he's got an incredible winning record.
Yeah.
But even if they're up, onside kick. If they're down, onside kick. It doesn't matter all the time. And it's unconventional. It's not like you don't see that. You're not expecting it. I mean, teams now understand this is what he does. But that's kind of what I see this basketball coach trying to do. I'm going to do something unconventional and get a win how I can. But this is a joke.
No,
it's an embarrassment, really.
That's ridiculous. And UConn girls lost to Marquette at Marquette.
Yeah.
And I saw the medium lights because they weren't highlights. And the only people to storm the court were the fucking cheerleaders, man, for Marquette. I felt so bad for those girls.
Gotta love cheerleaders, you know.
They're into it, but
yeah, they are.
It wasn't, the equivalent of North Carolina beating Duke. North Carolina.
No,
and you got to see a fucking humanity out there.
Who was it that went like 194 straight wins in women's basketball?
It's probably UConn. It's probably UConn.
Yeah, and they, and then when that team loses, or that team that finally broke that streak, that's a different storm in the court there.
Right.
That's not just the cheerleaders, but the cheerleaders have to be there because that's the rule.
So today's Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, it is.
As we talked about.
Yes, we have.
And 1987 was what? 36 years ago?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
36 years ago, people were saying that a black quarterback was questionable. You laugh. True. I remember the argument.
I do. Yeah.
But it is laughable, right?
It's laughable because I've seen it floating around. I've seen what you're discussing floating around because. What was it? God, it was 2006, 7. First black head coach to go to the NFL or to the Super Bowl.
What is that's Dungy, right?
Yeah, I think
was
so.
That Dungy?
Yeah, we say 87. I laugh at it because it took that much longer to get a head coach there
to go to the Super Bowl. So
So
Doug Williams was the quarterback for the Washington Redskins, and I remember this.
Now the Commanders.
Not the Commanders, the Redskins, right?
I said now the Commanders.
Now the Commanders.
Yeah.
And people saying, well, I remember when he started for the Redskins, I believe it was Joe Gibbs that put him in that position. And it was actually talk. You had guys like Jimmy the Greek and others. Black people don't have the mental acumen to decipher a field, right, and make wise decisions. These were actual conversations. And you fast forward now 36 years and you got 2 black quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I remember that every black person in America, and I don't even know who they play. Who'd they play? Washington. They might have played Denver. They might have played Denver.
7. I can look it up if you give me a second. I'm doing.
And I know at least all the black people I knew were Washington Redskins fans. And I think
absolutely.
They beat
I would be.
And they won that Super Bowl big. I think it was like 42-10 or 42-6 or some shit like that. Maybe 48. Yeah.
I typed that. Okay, let's see. The Broncos.
It was the Broncos, yeah. So
39-20, yeah.
39-20, all right. So it was a little closer than I thought. But they kicked that ass, man. And I just remember, it was like a big FU. Public Enemy had songs about it. Or, it was just, and just to fast forward. But my point being is that was definitely in my lifetime. But it was also.
It doesn't surprise me because, like, they're incredible athletes
Mhm.
all over the place. But it is strange to me because if you remember aside from like 87, but in the 80s and 90s, not many black quarterbacks, to be honest with you.
No,
Like, here. So I'll take
Randall
it.
Cunningham, Doug Williams is all that comes to mind. I know there were more.
And then even into the 2000s, how many did you have then? Like Michael Vick's the big standout there, but he gets in trouble. So I'll take it a step further because the community I grew up in was largely Polynesian community.
Okay.
How many Polynesian quarterbacks have there been in that time?
Only one I can name is Tua, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but you want to talk about incredible athletes as well. So as much as the NFL is pretty diverse, they still struggle in some points, or in some areas, I think. They're coming around. They're doing a lot better.
I'm just going to reiterate this fact. Who just won the World Cup? It wasn't Portugal. It
Argentina.
Was Argentina.
Mhm.
They should thank their lucky stars that America's not really interested in fucking soccer. I'm just going to put that there. I'm telling you, man.
But the day's coming. I really think the day's coming.
It came for tennis. It came for golf, right?
It did. Look at the athletes that. Now this is us being a little bit braggadocious on our side because we're Americans, but we have incredible athletes.
Yeah.
And they're huge ass people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't send in athletes that are like 5'3". I'm sorry, Mexico. When your average height's 5'5" and a half.
Uh-huh.
You're not putting out big people.
No.
The second you put these monster humans, 6'1", that's not monster, but compared to a 5'6", that's monster. 6'1", and you can run a 4.4 40.
But just take
Holy shit,
take
dude.
the fucking Kelsey sperm that's gonna be fucking scattered all over the fucking field today, man. Look at those two motherfuckers, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
You get somebody that's 6'1" and can run like that, and now you get them interested in soccer.
Yeah. This tight end motherfucker.
South America, watch out.
He's
sorry.
too big for a DB. He's too fast for a fucking linebacker. He's great.
Mhm.
Then you got his brother. I don't know if it's older or younger, but this motherfucker, man, he's the size of two of me. Pushing other guys the size two of me on their back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are
agree
two
with you.
great fucking nights, man. Whatever
Once
Mr. and Mrs. Kelsey was doing, continue to do that shit, okay?
I will say, once the U.S., to kind of piggyback your point, once the U.S. decides it's going to get interested in soccer, yeah. I think we could dominate. I think we could take over. I think that's what we should do.
When I hit that lottery, I'm going to build soccer fields in all the hoods in Chicago and Boston and L.A., New York. Give it about 15 years. We'll be all right, okay? Win the next 19 World Cups.
Stop building basketball courts and put out soccer
Put up a couple
fields.
soccer fields, man.
I like that idea.
Roll that fucking checkered ball out there. We'll be all right, man. Yeah, but I'm excited for this game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
I do too. I hope it's a high-scoring game because they always say defense wins championships.
Okay.
But you don't have as much defense as you used to. Now it's more like high-scoring, fast-paced. Like, let's go. I don't want to see a soccer score to jump on that again. I don't want to see a soccer score. I want to see a high-scoring game that's a lot of fun, back and forth, and that's what I think we're gonna see today. Because the two quarterbacks,
they'll take off.
Holy shit, they're both badass.
They'll fucking go.
I love Mahomes. You saw that Mahomes' little brother is trying to make everybody an Eagles fan. This kid, he's an asshole.
I've heard this from other people.
He is. He's an arrogant asshole that has done nothing but ride his brother's coattails. And he makes an ass of himself a lot. And so a lot of people are pissed off at him. And so
what did he do?
He showed up to the venue, the Super Bowl venue, in his brother's jet and pimping it like it's his own, talking shit on everybody. The kid's an arrogant dick. And he's done nothing.
Because your brother's good.
Yes. And so this isn't the first time he's done it either. He does it over and over.
You got to put some of that on Patrick. You got to put some.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
I hope he takes ownership a little bit. Like, I've tried to shut my brother down. Say something.
Try. He's only doing this shit because you're funding him. Shut him fucking down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. Remember when LeBron came into the league and his mom was yapping, supposedly fucking this person, that person? He shut that shit down. You shut it down.
Absolutely.
You take him off your payroll, whatever you need to do. Motherfucker, go explore your talents.
Yeah. Take a page out of Dr. Dre's book. Oh, my daughter needs more money? Guess what? No, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, now you're working with Dinesh. Because you don't know how to shut the fuck up. Yeah. So I think it's going to be high scoring. I mean.
I hope so.
We got Babyface there. He's singing America the Beautiful. And then America the Beautiful, which one's that? Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's that one.
Yeah,
And then the national anthem, Oh Say Can You See?
Yep.
And then the halftime's Rihanna?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love me some Rihanna and some Beyonce. I would take Beyonce over Rihanna.
All day. All day. But that fucking, I hope she does that Umbrella
I just
song.
got the chills.
When she's in that umbrella and she's covered in fucking gold and she's doing this shit. I remember my kids were little, right? And MTV was on, and I'm in the kitchen cooking, and I could see the TV, and I heard the song, and you glance over at it, and you see it, and you kind of pay attention. And I glanced over, and she's doing that gold shit. First of all, my son, he was probably, I don't know, 7, 8. His fucking eyes are wide open. He's drooling this shit. I turn and I look, and I go, who in the hell is that? And they're like, yeah, that's Rihanna.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. But, she's like 19 then, right? But,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ask Leonardo DiCaprio.
Or Thomas Brady.
Leonardo's dating a 19-year-old.
That's what you're supposed to be doing, though. If you can get it, all due respect to what you got going on, all right? But independent of that, in a vacuum, if you can get yourself some nice, high and tight 19-year-old, you'd be all in it.
Yeah.
Looking her dad in the eye every time you
And everybody that's over there criticizing them for doing it, you're a hypocrite
you're full of shit.
You would do it too.
And if you were the 19-year-old girl, you'd be doing it. It's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even a 19-year-old woman, and I would be jumping into the Leonardo DiCaprio train. Leo calls me up, I'll be like, you know what? Again, I'll do a lot more for a lot less.
That place is going to be packed and jumping, so I'm
it's
excited.
Be a lot
more
of fun.
for a lot less. I like that, man. You see, Burt Bacharach died. Raindrops keep falling on your head.
Yep.
I can't think of another one, but did he do A House Is Not a Home? Luther Vandross, did he write that song? He wrote some. I know he wrote some that I really know and like.
Yeah.
90-something years old, right?
I had a music box when I was a kid. It was I may have stolen it from my grandmother, to be quite honest with you. I don't remember how it ended in my possession, and sadly I can't find it. I'm sure it's in. My mom probably stole it back from me and put it in somewhere I can't get it, but it was a tiny little music box.
Okay.
And you'd wind it up, and then when you opened it,
ballerina?
It would. This one didn't have a ballerina. It was just an empty box, but it had the little cords that would plink off the thing.
Okay.
And it was Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Yeah.
And it ding, 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 ding. And I loved it.
Isn't that crazy?
I would crank it up as much as I could till it stopped, click it open, and I remember falling asleep to letting that play.
And it was memories.
Yeah.
You know what movie
beautiful.
that's from? Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I know shit like that, but here I am getting fucking D's on my math test. But I got that locked in my fucking head, right? But don't ask me what a parallelogram is.
Yeah.
You watched that Bill Russell documentary?
I have not yet.
I watched episode 1, and Bill, is going through it. He just made the Celtics and all. But what I look at when I see documentaries like this, he's playing back in the 50s, these motherfuckers basically played in slippers.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking Chuck Taylors. You've worn Chuck Taylors. I'm not running up a flight of stairs in a pair of Chuck Taylors, man.
No, but they say that, I think it was 1974, whatever the year the Olympics were in the early 70s, and I want to say
68, so 72.
Okay, so it's 1972. Nike, I think it was Nike, maybe it was I think it was Nike, created the cushion in the shoe, and has ruined the athlete ever since. Because what they did was they put cushion, and I know this from running, and so bear with me here just a moment. They added cushion to the shoe, which created a drop from your heel to toe. So now your heel sits up higher because if you're jumping, for example, you jump up and you land on the balls of your feet, right? You don't jump up and land on your heels.
Correct.
But if you're running incorrectly or you're walking, you heel strike first. And so what it did was you add more cushion to your heel. Now it forces you to land on your heels.
Okay.
And so when people start running, they land on their heels more because you're forced to, if you're pushed up under your toes so much, you have no choice but to hit your heel first. So Nike creates this cushion. If they create it with a higher heel than they do a toe. Mm-hmm. And so now you're hitting your heel. So then back then, yes, you probably, if that's all you grew up wearing, you would have been fine.
Chuck
Because
Taylors.
because that's all you knew was flat, level feet.
Okay.
But then Nike comes along and puts cushion in there, raises your heel up, and messed up everybody's feet. So now people have problems with their knees, their hips, their feet, running or playing sports because Nike decided, you know what, we're going to add cushion. And that's what screwed it up. So when you're watching him play, he's not experiencing any kind of pain like we would now because we're used to all of your shoes you buy have a heel, have a cushion, and it brings you up. But back then it wasn't like that. Everything was flat, so it was better for you physically. So they were actually better physically than we are now because they didn't have this this modified shoe and clothing stuff. So they were actually probably better athletes. So if you put them in today's
I don't know about better athletes.
I don't know, man. You put them in today's day with that conditioning that you got now, I bet a lot of those athletes back then would kick the shit out of athletes now. They didn't have the training. That's the difference. They didn't have the training.
All right. First of all, I'll rephrase that. Watching Bill Russell play in those 50s games hurts my feet.
Yeah.
His feet are probably fine, but
Yeah.
they look like they fucking hurt to me.
Sorry about that tangent, but yes.
No, it's fine.
I
I just learned something, except for that last part. Those athletes back then, you could pull Wilt out. You could pull Oscar Robertson out.
What was the training then, though? It was God-given talent, really.
It was cigars and beers in the locker room.
It was
at
God-given
halftime.
talent, like the Admiral, Karl Malone, they're the ones that start really pushing the weights, like bodybuilding, like train your body to play the game that you're going to play. And that's kind of when it started, like the late 80s into the 90s. That's when it started. Before that, it was just like, oh, you got great talent. You're really tall. Come play this game.
Yeah. You got a point there. Maybe you would have pulled some Steve Nashes out of the bunch there, but overall, I think we're better now. But to your point, though, once you have that superior athlete in ninth grade, they're pulling him aside and saying, this is how you're going to eat, this is what you're going to do, and all that shit.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm with that. And also, not to your point, but you brought this up. My boy sent me he sends me a text, and he goes, they're making a movie called Air. And that's all he wrote.
Okay.
He didn't send me a link or nothing. So I'm fucking around on Instagram, and there's a movie called Air coming out, just like he said. But it's about Nike and signing Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that information would have helped me when he sent the text.
Yeah. Well, no, yes, I guess you. But I would have understood that as the Jordan because they're Jordans. They're Air Jordans. They're not Nike Air Jordans. They're Air Jordans.
Yeah, I get all that now. I didn't get it when he sent it. It just would have helped me, is what I'm saying. I had the first pair of Air Jordans, and I remember the logo was.
Oh yeah.
It was a basketball, and it had two wings coming out from behind the basketball. It's before the Jumpman thing.
Yeah.
But it came with that poster. It came with that Jumpman poster, and that's him going to dunk.
91 dunk contest, was it 90?
No, this is like 85.
Is that the Dominique Wilkins competition one where he jumps from the free throw line and he's got the? That's the one.
But that's not what it's from, though. You're thinking the one where he's jumping and he's got the ball back like this.
Yeah.
This one is the logo, the Jumpman logo.
Oh,
the arm out.
Yeah.
That was just a poster where he just because I used to watch Come Fly With Me on a regular basis, and he actually just stood there. And he palmed the ball, and he just jumped and opened his legs up like that. And that's the logo.
That's the logo.
Now, but the movie looks really good. It's got Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Jason Bateman, Alfre Woodard.
Damn.
And, so, I mean, it's not no bullshit movie. It looks really, really good.
Well,
and
I'll watch it.
Yeah, you twist my arm, right? But it's about, signing Mike. And because back in the day, it was Converse because you had Larry.
Yeah.
You had Dr. J. You had Magic Johnson. Everybody was wearing Converse.
Yeah.
A little bit of Adidas because of Kareem.
Yeah.
But it was Converse.
And then Karl Malone was like, "Let's LA gear."
What the him and Hakeem. I remember that commercial still. They're having so much fun playing basketball in these fucking shoes that nobody's gonna wear.
No, nobody did.
You had that. You had British Knights, but then that turned into a gang thing because they were blood killers.
Yeah. Well, Karl Malone had an entire state to himself.
Yeah.
He had the entire state of Utah.
Uh-huh.
Guess what they weren't buying? LA gear. You had an entire state, Carl. You could have done so many things.
And it's
you go
LA
with that?
gear.
Yeah.
Fucking sign with Pro Kids or something, man, or Puma.
If you're at all paying attention, Carl, everybody in the state of Utah hates LA.
Yeah.
And you decided to go with LA gear?
Talk about not reading a room.
No, not Carl.
Too busy speaking in third person to read the room. All right, so what's your final score today, Woody?
I'm gonna go. I can't go too high scoring because that'd be silly. But I want a tight one. I'm gonna go 34 Chiefs. I'm gonna go 28 Eagles.
Okay, I'm going 38 Chiefs, 31 Eagles.
Ooh, those are good numbers. I like the reverse winner, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
think
I like
we're
that.
good there. Anyway, back to the changes. We talking changes next week. We talking changes the week after. What are we doing?
Probably next week. Let's have some fun with the Super Bowl with everybody. Let's not bring everybody down.
Okay, bring them down.
I don't know. Some people are uncomfortable with change.
Yeah.
So
my boy, he's like, how many songs can you name with a woman's name in the title?
Ooh, there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, there's probably 1,000 songs with women's names. In it, and so we got this little thing going back and forth. Yeah, but I don't know why that popped in my head.
Did you ask him how many songs can you name with a man's name in it? Let's see how that goes. Let's check those lists.
Yeah, back to the Valentine's Day thing, right?
Yeah.
They're probably all Alanis Morissette songs where she hates somebody. Or that little skinny girl, what's her name? Perry? Is it Katy Perry?
Katy Perry, yeah.
Yeah, there's one of them who hate men.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking put all the pressure on me to make you happy. Because there's some fucking little fairy walking around with a bow and arrow who's a naked baby. Let's address that. There's a naked baby around with a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
And you want me to go celebrate that? Right? When you put that in perspective, how fucking weird is that?
It is pretty weird. That's the one that is the holiday that the women grabbed onto.
Nah.
It was the one with the naked little baby.
This Super Bowl should start being a holiday.
I agree.
Because they grabbed the whole fucking weekend. They got the fucking flag football now.
Yeah.
I don't know who watched that. I don't know why they don't go back to the ABC Wild World Sports where they got, the races and shit. And they'll bring in, they're bringing The Rock to see how many fucking burpees he can do. Or they're bringing Kevin Hart and see if he's faster than somebody, I don't know, Wes Welker. He's from the league, right? And they have these races. Why don't you do that? I'd rather see that than fucking flag football.
Yeah, flag footballs. I mean, I get it. They don't want to hurt anybody, but it's stupid.
Oh, fuck that.
Nobody was tackling anyway back then.
Like Snoop said, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it, motherfucker. It's on one of his rap albums. What he said, I was like, yeah, the West Coast don't fuck around, do they? The fuck? You just said that to a kid, man?
Yeah.
Anyway, is that what you're saying, Woody?
That is what I'm saying, guys. Hopefully you appreciated our pre-Super Bowl, pre-gaming party here over on So What You Saying. You know where our sponsors are at, so make sure you check them out. Let us know. Hit up the Instagrams and the Facebooks because we post it up. Give us who you think is gonna win. Let's get that poll moving. And you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna just quick check and see how that poll looks. By the way, because I'm curious if what do we got? Oh shit! Apparently, everybody on our Instagram thinks that the Eagles are gonna win today. So
I can't root for that city. I can't. And the person I can't stand from Philly, thank goodness I met them after Allen Iverson and Dr. J. And even Barkley and Moses Malone. I like those teams.
Yeah.
And I love Allen Iverson. But you ever do that? You meet somebody and it's like, is this thing going around Instagram where you really fucking hate somebody? And they could be saving an old lady. You're like, look at that piece of shit saving that old lady. Just everything they do just pisses you off. Look at that dumb motherfucker breathing. You're like, what? Why you hate him so? Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
They just saved that old lady. Yeah, that dumb motherfucker getting an award for saving no old lady.
Yeah.
So the person, I hate that city, and I'll never fucking pull for him. KC all day.
Okay, so there you go, guys. Those are our predictions and who we're rooting for. Hopefully you guys have similar. If not, share it with us. Let us know. Send us those emails. We always appreciate it. Next week, I think we might get into a little more. So anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. And as always, Keith, I got to tell you, my man, I can't say it's been anything short of a pleasure.
Blue 42. Blue. Hi. We out.